will explain to you manually that what you have to do. Then I will go to the working portal. Then I will show you that how you have to do on the portal. Okay. So the first thing is, whenever any question pops up on your screen and you have accepted it, the first and foremost thing is tagging the question. If you guys are improperly tagging the question, then the revert will be there or rejection may be there. But the most of the cases revert is there. Okay. So please make sure that you tag the question properly. Like this question is from electricity. So you have to tag electricity here. Tagging means writing the topic from which this question has arrived. So don't write like anything. You cannot write random things here. Or in the portal itself, if you can see, there will be a drop down option there. So you have to select the proper option for this tagging part. So in some cases, if you select some part that okay, electricity is selected, that subtopic may also occur. In subtopic, you have to write the exact topic from which this question has come. Like for example, from Ohm's law, this has come. Okay. Now see, this was the tagging part. Now proceeding, you have to write your structure in some steps. You have to follow some steps. So these are the steps for structure now. And what structure you have to follow? You have to write step number 1. In step number 1, you provide an introduction. Okay. And what does this introduction means? For this, I will give you a physical example. Like suppose if you are a teacher and you are like given a question on the blackboard, and if you want to explain that question to your students, then how would you explain that question to them? Like you cannot repeat whole the question here in the introduction part. You will only tell that, okay, this question is asking us the following thing. Okay. So you write that thing in the introduction part. Okay. So after writing the introduction part, don't write it like a very long introduction. Okay. Should not be very long time. Just briefly, like 2 or 3 lines, sufficient. Then write the given data, that whatever the given data is given, or suppose some variables are given. For example, for the physics and maths candidates, variables are generally given. Like here, if I can tell you 160 meter length, this is a variable that is given, and this volt is given. This is also a variable that is given. This can come in the given data information. Okay. Write this given data part, and now you have to write what you have to find. To find or what is the objective of the question. Okay. That you have to write. Now after this, one more thing you have to write, which is explanation. Please make sure that you write this explanation in each and every step. Okay. Now for first step, I will come back to it. This explanation part, I will come back to it. Now you can skip it. Like I will tell you how to write this explanation, but let's first go to step number 2. Then it will be more clear. Okay. So in step number 2, your real solution will begin. You have to start writing your solution from step number 2. Okay. So if you are writing your solution, and if you are done here, then write explanation part. Okay. And in explanation part, what you have to do, you have to simply explain that how you are using this information in step number 2. Like this explanation is for a particular step, that whatever you are writing here, you have to just explain that. So for example, if I'm using a formula, suppose for resistance I have to find, and I'm using this formula here. What I can do, I can explain this formula. So first thing that I can do is explain the formula part. Okay, this formula part I can explain that what does this R means, what is rho here, nichrome wire is given, so resistivity is this much and that much. Okay, so first thing that you can do is explaining the formula part. Second thing you can do, you can provide some extra information. Okay, extra information but related to this step. For whichever step you are writing the explanation, that particular information should be given for that step only. Like you cannot randomly pick any extra information and provide here. That will be a wrong formatting. Okay. So third thing, what we can do, like for math candidates, they write result in solution part. They use some result and then they solve the question. So they can actually explain the theorem behind that okay, from where we have got this formula, you can tell them that, okay, this theorem we have used. But like in explanation part, you don't have to like do the mathematical calculations. Okay, maths calculations, etc. That part you don't have to do in the explanation part. Keep this explanation part short, like 2 lines. 2 lines will be enough. 1 line also enough. Okay. So in explanation part, what you can do, you can explain the formula, you can write the extra information related to the step, or you can explain any theorem. Okay. So this comes under the explanation part. And suppose if you are stuck somewhere, like if you are given accountancy subject, suppose, and some information based question is there that you have been like given that, okay, find the proper methods to increase this much sale and that much sale. Suppose that type of question is given to you. So see, in those kind of questions, what you have to type is all crude information. No like formula part will be there, nothing will be there, no theorem type thing will be there. You have to just explain what the information is. Okay. So what you can do in that, in those kinds of questions, like if in those kind of questions, suppose I'm writing it here again, step number 2, for such kind of question where only information based question is asked. So if you have like 4 points in your head that, okay, these 4 points are enough to explain this question, what I suggest you is like you use these 3 points as in the solution part, and reserve 1 point, any 1 point that you feel that, okay, this will make up my explanation part. Okay, that trick you can follow. Okay, but in most of the cases, you have to follow like this thing: formula, extra information, or theorem. Any of these you can do. Okay. So this is how you have to follow, like in each step. So suppose if you are writing 4-step solution, in every step you have to provide the explanation, and explanation should be related to that step only. Like if you are writing step number 4, explanation for step number 4, that explanation should not contain content linked to step number 2. That will be like a wrong type of information that you are giving. So first thing is this much. Now going to the next part, suppose if I have written 2-step solution only, I have provided explanation here. Now see, I left this explanation part here blank. Why I have left it blank? Because see, in step number 2, you actually provided some solution, like you had some information. From that information, explanation came. But in step number 1, no solution is provided by you. So how you can write the explanation there? So this can be like the haunting question for you all. So what you can do here is like this explanation will be different from every other step. Okay, so this is somewhat different explanation in step number 1, because actually you are not providing any solution in step number 1. So what you can do, you can actually briefly explain the roadmap. Okay, so what does this roadmap means? Like how you will be approaching this question, how to approach this question. Okay, so you can briefly explain that thing in the explanation part of step number 1. Only for step number 1, explanation is somewhat different. Okay, so what you can do, like some question is like, if I take this example right here, so we were given here some data, length was given, nichrome wire was given, voltage was given, and we were to find like the resistance. So what I can do, I can like provide some information beforehand that, okay, this much information is given in the question, so we can use concept of the Ohm's law, V is equal to IR, and from there we can find the resistance because voltage is given to us, and for current part we can do such and such and such. Okay, so you have to like explain, briefly explain how you will be proceeding with the question. So explanation for step number 1 is somewhat different. For step number 2 and 3 and 4, explanation is same. Like you have to explain what the particular solution you have written for. Okay. Now, if you have written all these steps, the final thing that you have to write is final answer. That you all know that, okay, final answer has to be written. You cannot straight away write like, okay, the final answer is R is equal to 10 ohms. This is wrong formatting. You cannot directly write. So just follow these 2 marks. The first thing you have to follow is like you can keep this in your mind, like this final answer part is like explanation part only. Suppose explanation which I have provided in step number 2 was for that particular step. So what you can say that final answer is an explanation for all of the steps. It is like the explanation part, but for all of the steps that you have followed. So in final answer part, you have to like provide like from step number 2 itself, like what you have done there, then in step number 3, what you did there, and step number 4, and what you did there. And then after writing all that information in the point number 1, then you can provide that, okay, after applying all these concepts, the final result is R is equal to 10 ohm. Okay, so I will tell you more about this first point. Just wait a second. Okay, see, actually from the point of view of the students, when they purchase Chegg subscription, they get 3 options. First thing is step-by-step solution. Either they can click on that. Second thing is complete solution. Okay. If they click on step-by-step solution, the solution will be divided. Like first step number 1 will be shown, then step number 2 will be shown, then step number 3. They have to click on the particular steps. And if they like click on the complete solution, each and every step will be visible from single go. Okay. Now the third option is also there, which says like the direct answer part. Okay. So this answer part, if some student clicks on this answer part, what will be shown to them is your final answer. Okay. So from the point of view of the students, what they are asking is like they already know how to proceed with the answer, but they are stuck somewhere. So what you can do, like you can give a brief explanation of all the formulas that you have written. Like, okay, I have written this formula to find the resistance, and I have to apply V is equal to IR to get the value of I, something like that. And then you can write then, okay, from application of all these concepts, the final result R is equal to 10 ohm. So that they will get a short summary also. That, okay, how you got this answer. Okay. So I hope you have got that, like how you have to make up your structure for the solution. Just make sure to write this final answer properly. Write explanation for every step. Okay. And explanation for step number 1 is somewhat tricky because there you have to explain briefly like how you will approach the solution for that particular question. Okay. So step number 1 explanation is somewhat different from all other explanations. Okay. And the first and foremost thing, tagging should be proper. Like you cannot tag randomly any topic. Read the question that has been provided to you. After reading that question only, you have to provide the tagging. Okay. So this is the structure that you have to follow. And in this also, I am telling you that minimum number of steps that you have to follow is from 2 to 10. Not more than 10, not less than 2. But if you are following this structure, then already step 2 solution will be provided by you. Because in step number 1, no solution is provided by you if you are following the structure that I am giving you. Okay. And you have to strictly follow this structure only. Otherwise, there are chances that your solution will get rejected. Okay. So if I go to the live portal, how it will look? So this is your live portal. Okay. Here in my stats, you will see how much answers you have given and how many questions you have skipped. Everything will be here. This CF score will also be there, like in percentage, like 60%, 80% and all. Okay. So like this is your home screen. If you want to answer the question, where you have to go, click on expert Q&A. Like after clicking, a question will be there on your screen. As you can see, a question is there. And a timer will be there, like here. As you can see, 9 minutes are generally given for you to read this question and make up in your mind that, okay, are you able to answer this? If you are not able to answer this, then you have to click on the skip question and give the reason that why you are skipping. Every reason is here. Okay. So if you want to answer this question, just click on this start answering button. If you click on the start answering button, see, first thing will be tag the question. So for tagging the question, you just write the proper tag. As of now, I am selecting some random thing, but you have to properly tag it, okay? And then click on the next button. Now see, as it is thing that I have told you earlier, the step-by-step solution you have to provide. As you can already see, step number 1 is already written on the live portal. But in the demo part, what you have to do for the new candidates here, they have to make like MS Word doc, and they have to write each and everything by themselves, like step number 1, step number 2, they have to write themselves, okay? But in live portal, everything is present beforehand. So you don't have to write here, like you cannot write here step 1. Okay, so this will wrongly format the answer. Don't write this step 1 here. Simply, what you have to do, you have to write the introduction part here. Okay, write introduction part, write given data, and write what you have to find. After that, I have told you to add the explanation part. For adding the explanation part, you should not do this. Like you cannot write here explanation and then typing whatever the explanation is. That will be also wrong formatting. For explanation part, you have to go to the toolbar. Like this is your toolbar here. In the toolbar, the last option you can see add explanation. Just click on that. Here you have to write the explanation. Okay. So whatever explanation you have to give, you can write here. And I expect you to write like at least 2 lines, okay, of the explanation. But 1 can also be sufficient in some of the questions, but not more than 2 lines. Okay. So most of the lines can be like 2 and not more than that. I mistakenly told you that at least, but not at least. You have to write at most 2 lines. And after writing the explanation part, click somewhere else. This will be inserted automatically. So this is for step number 1. Okay, introduction, given, find, explanation. That's it. That will contribute to your step number 1. For going to step number 2, click this button, add another step. Okay, now you are on the step number 2. Here you have to provide the real solution to the question asked. In the question itself, like, one more thing. This whole thing here, where you are typing your solution, this is known as text editor. Okay, so in text editor, it means that you have to only write the text. Text means A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. These all are the text. Okay, so sentence formation, you can write in directly in the text editor. But if some mathematical part comes or some formula comes, then you cannot simply write it here. So what I am telling you is, the live portal, what I was telling you, like you have to write only the text in the text editor. Suppose some equation comes, like for math guys present here, they have to deal with a lot of equations. Like suppose if you have to solve this question, this equation, that x square plus 4x plus 4 is equal to 0. So you cannot like directly go to your text editor. Like you cannot go to your text editor and type here. What you would normally do, you can do like this. Okay. If you are doing this, then wrong formatting will be there. If you are doing this will be the wrong formatting because you are inserting some equation in the text editor. So you have to not do this part. Instead, you can select this MW symbol in the toolbar. This is for solving equations. So if you click on this, just write your math expression here. Okay, it will show you that this is your expression. Then click on solve part. Select the method by which you want to solve it. Factoring, quadratic, everything is present here. And like I can find the roots method. After selecting it, calculate result. This AI will do all the work for you. As you can see, it has solved the question. Now just click on insert. This is the correct way. Okay, but as you can see, the equation is still not here. Whatever I wrote, like x square plus 4x type thing. So what you can do for that, just simply select this yx symbol. If you hover over it, it will tell you that insert equation renderer. So click on that and type here whatever the equation was. Okay, so remember here one thing, like there is LHS thing and RHS thing, left hand, right hand. Okay, so in middle there is like equal sign, inequality, greater than, less than, everything. So you can select whatever the solution is demanding. For example, here I have to select equal sign, and now RHS side I have to put 0. So this will be the expression, and I can click somewhere else. Okay, this will be inserted. So this is how you have to work with equations. Okay, now maybe you have to write some equation, like you don't want to use this YX tool here. You have to write like very fastly. What you can do, you just select this, the inline, insert inline equation. If you click on this, simply write your expression like x power, where is this power, x square. As you can see, when I'm writing x raised to power 2, it will automatically format it. X square plus 4x, like this. Okay. So this is like for the faster version, that if you want to adjust the speed of yourself, then you can use this tool, x square tool, you can see here. And after this, you can click where else, it will be inserted. Now, if you want to like write some equation, but you don't have to solve it, like some function has been given to you, like y as a function of x is equal to x square. Suppose you have to write this. Now, this is a function which you don't have to solve, but you have to show that part in the solution part. So what you can do, you can select this YX toolbar here. If you hover over it, it will show you insert equation renderer. Click it. Right here, y as a function of x on the left side, then select equal, less than, greater than, suppose greater than, and on the right hand side you can write x square, so x raised to power 2. This is how you can do. As you can see, this will be the final result. After writing this, click on somewhere else outside this block. This will be automatically inserted. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this was what I was telling you. And for like chemistry people here, just give me a second, guys. This has clustered my screen. Okay. For chemistry, guys, also we have inbuilt chemistry tools like this one. As you can see, this benzene ring here. If you click on that, you can insert the proper shapes. So we also have chemistry shapes pre-saved here. If you click on that chemistry shapes, you can like cyclohexane, whatever these are, benzene ring, you can select these. Okay, like benzene ring, you can select insert. Okay, you can insert the benzene ring. Then you, whatever you have to write here, like H, C, etc., you can join the lines here. Okay, so everything you can do via the tool itself. So this is how you have to like insert the graphical image of your chemistry blocks. Okay, and on the right side, this H2 plus and this pencil thing is there. Click on that. You will get type a chemistry equation. Simply start typing here like C H, then I will, oh sorry, in capital should be there, C H. Okay, then I will simply write 3. It will automatically understand that where this 3 will come. CH3, C O O H. Okay, then I will add, suppose H2O, then H, simply 2, simply O. Oh, sorry, I put a 0 there, and O. Okay, then you can write that it will give me equal to like whatever the thing is, you can write. Okay, so this is how you have to use this particular tool to write the chemistry equations. Then click somewhere else, it will be inserted. Okay, so this was for chemistry, guys. Like for accountancy, guys, they use a lot of tables in their answers. So you can select this table toolbar, click on this. A lot of samples are already there. Whatever sample fits your question, select that. After selecting that, then you can simply edit it. Edit all the values and everything, show grid lines, show formulas, everything is there. So you, if you know how you have to work on Excel, you can work here the same way. Okay. So, okay, this is how you have to use like the inbuilt tools. Like for one more thing, like for physics guys, they have to draw, if they have to draw some circuit, they can choose this insert circuit option. Then you can draw your circuit, like selecting this resistance, pasting it here, then selecting this, pasting it here. Okay, you can do all that part. You can make the circuit also. Okay, so as of now I am removing it. It will cluster the screen. So every toolbar is present, like inbuilt is there, like you don't have to use any external tool. If you are using external tool and pasting the photograph here, then the question will be rejected. So it is against the guidelines. Chegg has already told us that, okay, every tool we have provided you in the internal part of the text editor, so only use those tools. And we have to convey that message to you, that only use the tools that are provided here. See, if this is my like step number 2, it is still not complete because I have written the solution, but one thing is missing, and that missing thing is explanation part. So I have to click this add explanation thing. Then I have to write my explanation here. After writing the explanation, click somewhere else. Then, okay, I can see like my solution is complete. Then I will click on the next button. But if my solution is incomplete, then I have to add another step here. Okay. So as of now, I am clicking next button. After clicking on the next button, you will automatically go to the final answer part. And as I have told you, that final answer part should be a short snippet of what you have followed in your steps. You have to write that here. Okay, before, like after writing this final answer part, also check these two options. Like this first option is check structure. Click on that. It will give you points. Like I have got score of 81%. So if you are getting score below 80%, please check for the reasons. They will provide like 7 out of 10 here. Minimum 10 words should be there. So see all these points. Like final answer count, I am getting 0 points. So you can improve these points, maximize these, then check, preview your answer. This will show you how your answer will look on the portal after finalizing. So if you find any mistake here, like some mistake is in the step, you can edit from here. Tagging is incorrect, you can edit from here. Okay, final answer part is incorrect, you can edit from here, then confirm. Okay, after this, don't directly submit your answer. First, just check for the plagiarism part, as I already told you, because that is like the mandatory part. After checking for the plagiarism, submit your answer simply. So everything will be done from your side. This is how you have to use the live portal. This warranty ID from, if you can see this, the question part, the student question part. If you can see here, a arrow type of thing is there. If you click it, you will get the solution. So this is the solution, but make sure this is correct. It does not mean that this is the correct solution. It may be correct, it may be wrong, but you can get the idea from here. Okay. And remember one more thing. Don't click here, edit answer or new answer. Don't click here. Okay. Just you have to solve the question like how I have told you. Go to expert question and answer, start typing your solution. This is for reference purpose. Just ignore these two words, edit answer and new answer. Okay. Don't just click on here. This will create problem for you. Now I can go to back and expert Q&A. So this was my final answer here. I will write that and submit my answer. So this is how you have to use the portal. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Then I will go to the guidelines part. This is how you have to draw the diagram. You have to go to this insert illustration part. And of course, you cannot draw a human body with these shapes. But we have subjects here. After going to these subjects, biology is not there. Like you can see stats, so much of the subjects are there. Biology is not there. For biology, what you can do, you can draw the diagram by yourself. Don't copy paste it from any other website. Okay, a neat and clean diagram should be drawn by you. Then you can use this insert image feature. Click on this insert image. See what I have not told you about this feature because like this will reduce your point. If you are using this feature, that if you are inserting some external image, 10 points will be deducted from your CF score. When you are checking this check structure part. So like out of 90 you will be getting rating, because 10 marks will be automatically deducted. So use it only in the emergency cases. Like for biology part, yes, you can use it. You can continue with my upload and then you can upload. Okay. So I am not continuing with it as of now. So you can upload the diagram part by yourself. And remember, no copyright diagram should be there. There are some websites that provide non-copyrighted material. You can also use that. But I recommend you that you draw it by yourself. That will be like 100% original. Okay. Before answering any question, like this was the question that was given to me on my screen. Before answering this question, I have to look for some markers. What are those markers? The first thing is, if you have seen some question which has written like some marks types of things are written in front of them, either marks or points, these means the same thing. You don't have to accept such type of questions, because this means the student is trying to cheat. Okay, either some assignment question is there, okay, anything can be there, so don't accept those kind of questions. Second, like if you can't see these markings and points, but you see like this thing, June 2023. So what does this mean? That okay, some current examination is going on and student is trying to cheat again. Okay, don't accept those kind of questions also. I will also show you the PDF related to this for more examples. Now I will show you from the point of view of the Chegg team. Like your solution is submitted. I am showing you from the point of view of the Chegg team now, that how they will solve, how they will see your solutions. First thing they will do, they will copy your solution and paste it in their software, flag checker. And this flag software, it will provide them the AI generated content, at how much this content is AI generated. It will give them some percentage, or it will also tell website generated. Like if you have used some external website to copy paste the solution. Okay. Now, if they will see that, okay, even 10 or 20% flag is also there, they will straight away reject your question. Straight away rejection means they will not even open the solution and see for more of the part of like if steps are there, if final answer, then they will not check anything else. They will straight away reject the question. Okay. So this is like the most important point. This is like the king